So hello everyone, welcome to our channel BISP Solution. So let's start our today's session, Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management Manufacturing Application, right? And this is the agenda of today's session, that is manage work order and how we create the standard work order, right? So first we'll see what is work order and how we see the SCM is connected with the work order, right? And later on we will see all the practicals how we create the standard work order, right? So this is the overview of manufacturing work order, right? And first of all, what is manufacturing work order? So manufacturing work order is nothing but it is a document, or we can say that the group of document or schedule conveying authority for manufacturer of specified parts or product in the specified quantities, right? So this is a document where we can define the specified parts of product in the specified quantity, right? So the manufacturing work order provide what are making, where you are making it, and it capture all the cost where the material is coming from, where the finished goods are going to go, and what are driving the demands for items, right? So depending on how you release your work order, it's coming from back to back order, or it is coming from configure to order, and whatever the case might be possible in this work order, right? So manufacturing provides that serve, right? And the manage work order features also provide the necessary services and event to integrate with other internal supply chain management module for creation the change management of work order, right? You can see on this screen the integration with other SCM module, right? So the work order integrate with other SCM modules such as Oracle Fusion product module and product model, and we have the inventory, costing, supply chain orchestration, planning, purchasing, right? We have the different module in the supply chain management, and that are integrate with our manufacturing plant so that we can perform the standard work order, right? So start from the product model. So it's showing the items and the item structure details and the other attribute refer from the product module, right? So whenever you want to fetch the item information in the work order, we have to use this product information, this product module, right? So in our inventory management, you can say whenever we create the item, so we have to create the item in the uh, product management, right? So this product management is tightly integrated with the manufacturing so that the order manage the work order can fetch the item information from the product module, right? In the same way, we have the inventory, sub inventory, locator, serial, lots, and what are the on hand quantity that are all these referred from the inventory, right? We already knows how we generate the on hand quantity in our inventory, right? And what is the locators, serials, lots number in the inventory, right? So inventory is also tightly connected with the, you can say, the integrate with the manufacturing for creating the work order, right? And costing is the main point of this manufacturing. So the manufacturing cost management is performed by work order in the costing, right? And now another integration from the supply chain orchestration. So in the Oracle supply chain orchestration, it creates supplying the Oracle manufacturing cloud. So again, sales order for back-to-back order, right? And back-to-back work order, and the configure the item reorders, right? in the supply chain orchestration. And we have the planning, which creates the work order as the supply during the supply planning run, right? Now the purchasing, so the contract purchasing and the outside purchasing manufacturing are the enabled through the purchasing, right? We've already seen the outside purchase manufacturing, and we have the contract manufacturing, right? So enabled through the purchasing. So in this way, the manufacturing application is integrated, and you can say the tightly connected with the supply chain module, right? And you can say supply chain manufacturing module, right? This is the integration with the uh, manufacturing or work order integration with the supply chain module, right? Now let's move to the next slide. This is the work order flow, process flow, how the work order process flow in our application, right? So the work order process flow basically start with the search order. Whenever you go with the this page on the manage work order, first we can search our search order, right? Work order in our application. So after searching, you can edit, and you can perform the mass update in your work order, and you can print the work order on the work order report. Now also you can you can generate the work order report, you can print it, right? So for this, this is the basic information you can search on the work order in this application, right? This is the searching operation. Whenever you create the work order in this application, you can search it. Your work order, you can edit it, you can mass update, you can print it your report in the application, right? Now start with the creating the work order. Right. So in the manufacturing application, you create the standard work order, the standard transformation work order, rework work order, and you create the non-standard work order. These are the different work order in our application. This is we can say the standard work order, transform work order, rework work order. We will see in our upcoming session how we create the uh, rework order, and what is the use of this rework work order, transform work order, right? So normally when you create your standard work order, that's going to be for the product, or you can say that we are going to a particular item. So it will have the particular work definition. So work definition for which is used for execution, you create the transformation work order, and that will be transform one part number into the another number, right? And we already define see we already see in our last session how we create the work definition, right? So creating the work order uh, from the supply chaining work order, and the creating the work order transform work order, right? This is the work order creation. And the transformation goes from one part number to another part number. You have rework order, which is basically used for the repairing some item or repairing something, and you can set the fixing something that did not pass it when it used in the build process, right? So if your item is realized, then you can generate your serial number for that particular item. You can generate lot number and your for your item as well, right? You can you can do that the beginning from the work order. You can do that in the particular specific operation as well, right? This is the serial number track, right? And in the operation, in the application, you can add the operation, you can edit the operation, you can add the item, you can add the item, you can add the operation resource. And the operation resource like labor resource, and you can set the equipment resource, some machinery resource you can add, and you can edit the resource in our application, right? So this is the edit resource and operations, items, resources, right? And once you release the work order that is ready to execute against that, and against you have completed the last unit of work order will automatically complete when you are satisfied with the with all transactions are done. You can close your work order in the application, right? So start from the creating the work order, right? And you can track the serial number. You can edit the work order, the process, how we create the standard work order, and later on we'll see the in our upcoming session rework work order and non-standard work orders, transform work order, and how this process flow from creating the uh, operation, adding the operation, adding the items, adding the resources, and how we release this work order, right? We'll see one by one. Now let's move to the next slide, that is work order for manufacturing. So we already know that we have the two types of manufacturing. One is discrete manufacturing, one is process manufacturing. And what is the difference between them? We already see in our last sessions, right? So, so work order for manufacturing. The production supervisor can use the manage work order page to efficiently create and manage our discrete manufacturing order as well as the process manufacturing work order, right? To manage the work order page is designed for easy navigation and captioning the minimal mandatory information to quickly create and update your work order. So it also allow you to create and the mass update on your work order, right? And so the discrete manufacturing, you can do the serialization, and you can do it, you can say the lot control, and you can say that you can enable the serialization manufacturing by associating the predefined assembly serial number, but that particular work order, and you can create and manage all different type of work order like standard work order, non-standard work order, rework work order, transform work order in the discrete manufacturing, right? But in the process manufacturing, and that generally you can doing the things that is batch process, right? The batch for the process manufacturing. So while in the case of discrete manufacturing, all the making item, all the manufacturing item like laptop, and you can we edit the monitors as a individual item. We create the item in the discrete manufacturing is the individual items, where in the process manufacturing you are chalking the normally as the formula. We're taking the normally as a formula, and you can we create by creating something from that particular formula. Uh, so, for example, taking the sugar cane, so it turns into the raw material. Start from the sugar cane and it turns into the raw material. First, you take the can sugar cane, then you can perform the verbalization on it, and after that you can run through this one particular manufacturing process, that at the end you have a finished good, that is raw sugar, right? So as a part of that process, we have some byproduct, and all this silage from breaking down the can or the byproduct. You have some amount of co-products, right, as well. You may got some from some molasses and out from there, then last on your final output, which is your raw sugar, right? So this is process manufacturing that allow the multiple outputs in the work order to be particular model or particular item. So you can create work order using process name, and you can set the batch quantity. You can modify your, you can do a scale and your work order So let's say I'm going to make a 100 unit. So whatever the unit measure happens to be, I found that I have enough raw material that I want to scale it up, and I can do that is the process manufacturing work order, right? So the last one, that the manufacturing, this process manufacturing allow the work order for the primary output, and the primary output then other output that to be yielded from the intermediate operation for the work order. So this is the discrete manufacturing and the process manufacturing for the work order, right? So let's move to the next. This is the standard work order. So in the standard work order, what we will do, first we will create the standard work order. So what is standard work order? So standard work order are generally used to initiate the regular procedure. So it is a type of work order, and it is always a work definition you have to define under the add under add particular standard work order. So when a user creates a standard work order, the automatic pre-selection logic is used to derive the work definition. Right? We will see how we the pre-selected logic automatically triggered in the standard work. So the work definition. So under the work definition, we define the some resources, right? Some operations. So the work definition name, the versions based on the item details, and date specified on the work order, right? So first we will create the standard work order. Later on we will we perform the picking material, and at the end we will release this work order. Picking and release at the same time, right? So let's move to the application and start creating the standard work order, right? Let's move to this application, sorry, right? So this is our application. Click on this navigators for creating the standard work order. Sorry. So on the navigator, scroll down, go to the supply chain execution, click on that, and go into the work execution. Because the work definition we have already created in our last sessions. So we are taking the manufacturing organization is the 002, right? Now click on this task list. Click on this manage work orders, right? So this is a searching page, right? So from the searching page you can search our work order so that you can add it, you can mass edit, and you can perform anything in this operation, right? Now we are going to create new work order. So click on this create drop down so that you can see we have the four options for creating the work order. Start from, you can see, create standard work order, create non-standard work order, create work order, and the end we have the create transform work order, right? So start from the standard work order, and in our upcoming session we will cover and it will not display you this status over here, right? So click on this show more and start. You can define the standard order. So issue, you can define the name of work order. Suppose we have the data, sorry, standard. work order, right? What is the item? Let's select the item here. So what is our item? We have to define over here, that is S47 51300. Search for this item. Item provided by the Oracle. You can select your item, right? And based on this, the work orders already defined over here, right? So click on this save and edit. Right. So click on the general information. So this is the general information of this standard data standard work order. This item is 475130. Status is unreleased. You can see over here the status is unreleased right now, and the item is the quantity we have, item description. You can see the work definition information over here, right? Well, what is the work definition? If you want to change, you can change from here, right? And what is the item structure? You can see the item structure, the details. What is the work method? So discrete manufacturing is the work method defined under this one, right? And scheduling method is default scheduling, right? And what is the completion information? You can also see this in this detail, right? So this is the general information of this work order. Click on this operations. So the automatically these operations come from this work definition, right? What is the operations we have defined in the work definition? These are this is over here, right? First is tablet assembly, the tablet testing, tablet packing, right? And under we have the items over here, right? So whenever we click on these items, let's click on that. We have the different items in this. Suppose we have this as 47 51 300. So this is our item, and everything is, click on this expand button, right? So we don't have the organization on and balance over here, right? So we cannot perform this task. So let's take the next one. Let's delete it. 01, and you can see the on and quantity balance is a huge quantity, right? So what, right? So this is our, wait a minute, right? Click on this standard Tata work order, right? So, this is the name, but whenever system work order, right, like this work order 002 and 5053, right? No issue. I go with it with this, right? So now let's release and pick this material. So select the record. I'm going to select this record and click on this. I'm going to click on this release and pick material. So click on that. Right. So out of the work order selected, the work order that are already in the release status will get picked. The other selected work order will be set to release status and then get picked. Right. So the slip, this pick slip grouping rule, we already defined in our order management configuration. What is pick slip grouping rule, right? So let's go with this order picking. Click on this OK. Now you can see the status is released, right? Before the status is released, now the status is before it was the unreleased, but now the status is released, right? And you can see this pick material for the order schedule process was submitted with the process ID. ESS job uh, run on the back end, right? Let's copy this ESS job. Let's paste it here. Sorry, ESS job. That is number is this, and we have to. Sorry, we have to copy it and let's go to the schedule new process. Sorry, navigator under the tool. Go to the tools and we have the schedule process and we have to search for this process, right? Right. Click on this search icon because our ESA job is already submitted. So this is process ID number. Search it by this 722. Yes, the pick material for work order is get succeeded. Right? No issue. So click on this name, schedule name, process name, sorry, and it will generate the process details and the status. And we have the parameters, status details. Wait for a while. So we have the, suppose I can refresh. So we have the print movement request pick slip report. Click on that and it will create some output. So succeeded, but the output, yes, we have the output. Click on this republish. Click on this icon. It will generate a report for that particular work order, right? So click on this export and click on this PDF. Right, so this is the movement request pick slip number, right? And we have the pick slip number we have and this is a movement request for this particular item description. So let's match our item. Suppose we have this CM 47 51101, right? This is our item, right? Now let's copy it, this movement request. Now let's issue. We have the pick slip number, that is pick slip number. Pick number is 185140, and we have the uh, movement request number, that is 243899, 243899, and the pick slip number is 181540, right? No issue. Now let's move to our again the instance, right? No issue. Now we have to go to the inventory, right? So click on this navigator and let's go to the inventory organization, inventory management. So click on this supply chain execution, click on this inventory management so that we can release our pick, and you can see the movement. Wait for a while till the process, the application redirect to our inventory management. This is inventory management. Click on this navigator and we have the manage movement request. So 002 is our inventory organization, right? So click on OK so that we can move our quantity based on the request. So what is the movement request? So this is the movement request. Copy it, paste it over here and search it out. It will display one movement request. Yes, this is movement request. This is the line number till 15. This is movement request. Click on first one. This is our first item, that is 751101, right? And this status is pre-approved, right? Work in progress. Quantity is 50,00,1101, right? No issue. This is in our movement request. Now let's we are going to pick from the our uh, application. So let's pick how to pick this item. So click done and again done. So we have to going to confirm this pick slip. So under the inventory we have the task name is confirm pick slip. So we are going to confirm our pick slip by the pick slip number. So we have the number we have, that is 185140. Copy it, paste it in the pick slip number and let's search it out. So how many quantity are going to pick? We have to define over here. And how many items we are going to pick? You can select over here, right? So this is our pick slip number. This is organization number, right? Status is open. The order is defined by the user, right? Issue 14 is the open and confirm is 0. Total is 14. So click on this pick slip number. Right. So at that point you can confirm your picking option, right? Suppose we are going to only pick only this 75001 475001 number with the 50 quantity. Requested quantity 50, but now I'm going to select 40, 30 as per as per my requirement, right? And rest of uh, the items we are picking later on, right? So we have the options right this place, right? And if you want to pick all the item from this work order, so click on this ready to confirm, right? So all the item gets ready to confirm, right? So click on this confirm and close. It will take time. Now done. Now let's go to the supply chain execution to the work order. Click on this navigator. Go to the supply chain execution. Click on this work execution and go to the work manage work order. Click on this manage work order. Sorry, task list. Click on this manage work order, and we have created our Tata work order. Let's search it out. This is our Tata work order. Status is released, right? Click on this, right? Status is released. Click on this operation. Click on this item under the test table. This is our item, that is 7547. You can match with the 47511101. Let's expand it. Right, you can see this is reserved quantity is 50, allocated quantity is 50, picked quantity is 50, and this is the organization's on hand quantity, right? So this is a work order, how you perform this standard work order, right? And you can check same as the rest of the items we have, right? So cancel out. So you can go to general information. This is released, right? So cancel out, and you can see the reserve material is locked. Now the for this work order, our item get locked, like get reserved. The item gets reserved. The material is reserved for this Tata standard work order, right? So go to this one. So we create the standard work order. We pick the material. We release the work order, right? So thanks for attending this session. Thank you so much. In our upcoming session, we'll see the rework work order, transformation, and the non-standard work order. So thank you so much.
Record.